Hi everyone, welcome to Things Lucy Reads. I'm Luce and this is another wrap-up video. I am going to talk about exclusively graphic novels in this video. So it will be book number 42 for the year, book number 44, books 51, 52, 55 and 58 that I've read. So it's just 3 comic book series. I'm going to start with the low point. Okay, so books 51, 52 and 55 are 3 volumes of the new 52 Batgirl series. It's volume 3, Death of the Family, volume 4, Wanted, and volume 5, Deadline, which are also the last 3 of the 5 volumes of Gail Simone's run. After this, a new set of writers and artists took over and it was like a different take on the story. I read volume 1 and quite enjoyed it. Volume 2 was a little bit more of a, disappointment for me. I didn't like it quite as much. And then the series just didn't really pick up again with these 3 volumes either. I gave Death of the Family 3 stars. Wanted, I gave 3.5 to 4 stars. And Deadline, I gave 3 stars. It's a good series. I like that Barbara's disability was addressed. Prior to this series, she was in a wheelchair after being shot in the spine by the Joker, and then there was some kind of miracle surgery that would give her the use of her legs back, and after that she kind of took on the mantle of Batgirl again and went back out to fight crime in Gotham, but it constantly kind of drew back into the impact that being wheelchair bound had on her, and how she felt now that she was out of it in relation to having been in a wheelchair before and stuff like that. And that was really interesting. Barbara's roommate is a trans woman named Alicia. She's Asian, from either Hong Kong or Singapore. I can't quite remember right now. But she was a really good character and I really enjoyed her as well. I liked Barbara as a character herself as well. But just on the whole, this series is so bleak, and I realized that it's a Bat Family series and I wasn't expecting it to be all flowers and rainbows, but especially Death of the Family, it was just constant pain and heartache, and a bunch of people died, and it was always, about Batgirl being injured or being captured by the Joker, or the Joker fucking with everyone's head, including Batman, and it was just like, I read superhero comics, so I know what to expect, and I know that it's not all happy times, but I just did not expect this to be so dark. And I didn't enjoy it because of that. I don't like constant bleakness in comics. I want there to be some happy times. It was starting to read like a soap opera. Every time something was going well for someone close to them died, or there was a bomb, or there was a natural disaster, and it was just too much of an emotional roller coaster for me, and I just didn't really enjoy it because of that. Having said that, I don't regret reading it. I am glad that I did read it. I bet I'm just gonna move on with my life. So the rest of the video is more positive. The next book I'm going to talk about is Raven the Pirate Princess Book 1, Captain Raven and the All-Girl Pirate Crew. The only bad thing I have to say about this volume is that it's so short. This is a spin-off of the Princeless series. Raven is a character that was introduced in book 3 of the main Princeless series, and she was so popular that they gave her her own series, which I'm super happy about. Okay, so Raven is the eldest daughter of the Pirate King, and when her father died, her brothers kind of betrayed her and locked her in a tower to await rescue. And then she was rescued by Adrienne, who was the protagonist of Princeless, and from there kind of went on into these adventures. And in this volume, she is acquiring a ship and putting together a crew to go and exact revenge on her brothers, and she puts together this pirate crew that's made up entirely of women, and it's just so great. They are all different races, they are all different colors, they are all different shapes and sizes, and just the diversity in this comic is amazing. There is a moment where it directly addresses the not all men phenomenon, and it was perfect. I've talked about Princeless a lot before. You know how much I love it. This one is no exception. If you just want a really well written, a really well done in all respects comic about women and about girls going out there and being badass, and also Raven is a lesbian, forgot to mention, this series is just amazing, and if you're not reading it, then you're really, really missing out. The next two ones I'm going to talk about is Giant Days, Volume 1 and Volume 2, written by John Allison. This is about three girls, Esther, Susan, and Daisy, who are roommates at university, and it's just about their daily lives. It's not a linear comic. There are a lot of time jumps, and each kind of little section, like each little event is its own little section, and it doesn't necessarily follow on to the next section, but it's really, really funny and just kind of like a slice of life comic, and I absolutely love it. I gave Volume 1 4 stars and I gave Volume 2 5 stars. It's really, really enjoyable. Daisy is starting to question her sexuality and realizing that maybe she likes girls instead of boys, and so having her explore that on the page is also really nice. Susan's escapade with the guy with the moustache, whose name I can't remember, her escapades with him is just really funny. It's really body positive and it's really sex positive, and it's just really, really charming and enjoyable comic about the regular lives of three girls who are away from home for the first time, just at university, trying to learn how to be an adult and all of that kind of stuff. And yeah, I have zero bad things to say about these volumes, apart from the fact that it's not a linear storyline. That's literally the only quibble I have with it, and it's not even really a quibble because I don't mind that so much. Just, yeah, definitely worth picking up because it's fantastic. Actually, no, there is one thing. The main cast is all white, which is kind of not that great, but there are a few side characters that are people of color and stuff like that. So hopefully in future volumes it will become a little bit more racially diverse. But yeah, that's the only criticism I have. Those are all the books that I'm going to talk about in this video. Let me know if you've read any of them and what you thought. You know the drill. And I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye everyone.